Hello Virgo, hope you're all doing well. This is your love advice reading. This is for the next couple of weeks, which takes us through to around about the 6th of November. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to any returning subscribers. I base these readings very much on you to focus on what you should be doing, what is best for your life, because at the end of the day, you're the most important person. And hopefully to give you some advice about what's best to do. I do spend a lot of time swirling all these cards around. They do come out reversed, and again I read the reversals again, not to be all doom and gloom and depressing because I try very hard not to be that, again just to give you advice and help you maybe see the bigger picture. Okay, with that being said, let's make a start. Okay, the first card you've got for this couple of weeks is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. And upright, it's very much obviously about building, about like sticking with things, about like working towards your goals. And I would see this reversed as in maybe just not working at it anymore, whether you just think you've spent enough time on it, whether you think it's not working, whether you think it's not worth putting any more time or effort into this relationship, whether you think that person doesn't like you that much or you don't like them. Either way, or I just see it very much as like not trying and not bothering anymore. And again, these could just be very well temporary energies. They're not necessarily for the rest of your life. Maybe that's just how you're feeling at the moment. This could also be a guess that you're not working, and again maybe that adds to things as well. If you haven't got money coming in or haven't got a job, or work's been very, very slow, again that sort of adds to the equation a little bit, I guess, and sort of doesn't help any love relationship at all. So yeah, take that for what it is. Okay, the next card you've got is the Moon card, and this talks really about things that we cannot see. And because it's a major card as well, people we can't always see what's coming. You know, you may be very well due to meet somebody soon. You know, we can all wander along in life saying poor me, everybody else is happy, look at me struggling along. You know, you don't know how far you are off meeting somebody. You don't know how far you are off somebody calling you up or texting you. This is like a card of being very much in the dark and maybe seeing things that aren't true. You could also be with someone at the moment, and maybe again you think that person doesn't care for you, and that's maybe why you're not putting any work into it, as I was saying from the previous card. And again, you can't see the bigger picture from this card, and it really does talk very much about like sort of leaving things. And sort of letting things work themselves out, not like making a decision based upon, you know, not having all the facts, not having a clear understanding of what that person thinks. So it's very much a card of just leave things for now, let things sort of work themselves out a little bit. You know, don't maybe make judgments based upon something where you don't have all the facts or not clear information. Okay. And again, because it's a major card, I always see it as like sort of a little bit like life's lessons in people's lives. You know, we can all be a little bit guilty of thinking, again, somebody doesn't care or somebody's not interested or somebody's gone off us or for whatever reason. And again, just maybe give things a little bit of time, let things open up, let things come out, be a bit more clearer, and then obviously you can see really what sort of decisions to make from that. All right, the next card you've got, again another major Virgo, is the Chariot, and this really talks about steering things in the direction you want them to go in. You know, for example, say you want to get married, it's no good maybe not texting someone or blocking someone or, you know, that sort of thing, because that's not helping you. It's not helping you to get where you want to be. You know, if say you really like someone, again, maybe you should be steering things in the right direction. Maybe you should be the one who texts that person now and again instead of waiting for that person to text you. You know, maybe you should be sort of meeting that person halfway a little bit, you know. And if you're not with anyone, going back to the Eight of Pentacles reversed and just not working at it or not putting the time in. Maybe you should put the time in. Maybe you should get out on a dating site or join some clubs or do something which is going to steer you in the direction that you want your life to go. Okay. And again, I do base these start again. I do base these readings very much on you, on what's best for you. So please give that some thought about steering things in the right direction. Please give that some thought about what's important to you and what you want, all right? Because again, your life is very much in your hands. So, give that some thought. The last card you've got is the Knight of Swords reversed. And I don't see this person as you. I would see this very much as the person either you're interested in or the person you're seeing or are seeing. And the Knight of Swords upright can be somebody who's very, very reckless to some extent. They can be somebody who hasn't got the full mastery of that sword and can be a little bit cutting in these remarks and a little bit offhand. Maybe he's not the most loving person. The Knight of Swords, he can be somebody who's a bit like here today, gone tomorrow to some extent, and maybe doesn't always stick with things, or again, not the most maybe buying gifts, flowery sort of person that you could imagine. But when this person's reversed, they can sometimes mean, when people come in reversed, as being a little bit down or a little bit depressed. This could be because of the relationship you're in at the moment, or this could be just a number of things that are going on in that person's life. And again, as I was saying, if you look at the whole thing, though, that's you reversed, that's him reversed. So I think, and in between all that, we just have major cards of the Moon saying like things aren't clear, and the Chariot saying steer things in the right direction. And I would just see it a little bit like you both maybe just these reverse people, whether you're both a little bit down, whether the lockdowns and everything aren't helping, whether you're both a little bit just fed up with everything that's going on at the moment and not necessarily with each other. And I would say, looking at the whole lot of that, I think if you are with someone or this is the person you're with, I would say this is savable. I would just see that as temporary energy. And I would say, looking at the whole thing, it's just because you're both reversed, if you will, and none of you were upright and in perhaps a good place. And I would see it more like that is not helping your relationship, because if one person's a bit fed up, the other person, if they're upright, can generally sort of G them up and take them out and get them happy, if you will. When everybody's fed up or down or whatever reason, again, whether that's lack of money, whether that's not having like a lot of a good job or whatever that is, or just a general fed up with life, I think that massively affects things. And I think if none of you were upright, then nobody's in a good place to sort of help this along or to G the other one up. I'd see it more like everybody just goes into the corner and they sort of stay there and maybe wait for the other person to do something. And again, I don't think that's helpful of how I would see that. Okay, the last card you've got, this is from the Whispers of Love Oracle, and this is Get to Know Each Other. And it says, learning to meet each other's needs for love is an important part for the relationship to grow. And that is so true. And a lot of the time, we end up in relationships where, honestly, we have no idea what the other person thinks. We have no idea where the other person loves us. We have no idea half the time where that person wants children or wants a future or is just seeing you as some sort of a for now thing. And all it really is just communication. And with those two major cards in the middle of your spread, I would see it like it's just very, very unclear about where anybody stands. And I would see it more like it's up to you, because again, this is your reading and I read for you rather than the other person. It is up to you to maybe again steer it in the direction you want it to go. And I wouldn't see these cards at all as a breakup. I would see it more like it needs a bit of understanding. It needs a bit of consideration. It needs a little bit of talking. Because, again, it is so difficult because a lot of the people have no idea how fed up people are or no idea how depressed people are. And it is so easy when people have conversations. They always say, "How are you?" And people say, "Absolutely fine." And people don't always discuss how they feel or what's going on or what's upset them. And that is so important. And to have a deep relationship and to have something that builds for the future, that's honestly what it takes. So please give that some thought, Virgo. All right. Be willing to work at what you want and work towards your dreams. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.